who ran the Liberal Democrat campaign, former leader of his party, Paddy Ashdown. Now, you said to me about 11 o'clock last night, seems like another age, that if the exit poll was right, you'd eat your hat. Well, this is a hat.
You are so predictable, aren't you? I just knew you'd do it.
I wanted to get a bigger one.
I bet you. Look, I tell you what, I'll do you a little deal. Ali Campbell, you remember, followed this up with eating his kilt. So I'll eat my hat, he can eat his kilt, and we'll do it in public display and public humiliation, and we can sell tickets.
Well, we might hope we will be able to sell a lot of tickets. We may hold you to that.
That is the very last time I will question the BBC exit poll.
But, well, 8% of the votes are prediction at the moment, and 8 seats. This is beyond your worst nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, look, tell you, you invent the instruments and adjectives of pain, and I'll agree with them. Humbling, humiliating, pain beyond our imaginings, all that I agree with. But nevertheless, Andrew, I remain immensely proud of the campaign that we fought, immensely proud of our leader, immensely proud of the values of decency, respect for others, unity, stability that we fought for, immensely proud that we put the national interest first. And, you know, those values which are quintessentially liberal that we stand for, I think are also quintessentially British and are now needed in our country, it seems to be, more than ever before. And we will fight for them as we must, and we will be back.
But throughout the campaign, you told us, not just you, Mr. Clegg, all the people, that incumbency meant in those areas, these constituencies where you had sitting members dug in, well regarded, that they would do much better than the polls. And you were doing a lot of private polling. Is this a total surprise to you? Did you pick up none of what was about to happen?
Neither the opinion polls, all of them we discussed in your programme, nor us. Yes, that's right.
Your own private polling gave.
And I don't think you did either, to be fair, if you're humble enough to admit so.
No, no, I understand that.
Yeah, I mean, none of us did.
Except that we said you're polling badly at 8%, but you said you'll still do better in the constituencies.
Yes, but we weren't the only people. Look, let's not go back into all that. The point is, let's look to the future. Did we make a mistake in predicting that? Say we did. Did you as well? Yes, you did. Did the opinion polls? Yes, we did. That's interesting. Here's the question. What happens next? Now, I think what happens next, by the way, is the Prime Minister has unleashed a campaign of fear. He now has a divided nation. He is pretty well single-handedly the instrument of the second rise of the SNP by that exceedingly foolish speech afterwards. He now has a divided nation to heal. If he's going to be the government, and he is, we wish him well. He's Her Majesty's Prime Minister. We wish him well, but he has now to heal the very divisions that he created to fill the ballot boxes.
I know you wanted to talk about the Tories, just as Ken Livingstone talked about the Tories. I want to talk about the Liberal Democrats.
Well, I couldn't have been clearer. It was a pretty humiliating result.
No, but you wanted to look to the future. That's what you're going to have to begin the future under a new leader.
Look, Andrew, do me a favour. You've got a couple of hours to wait. I mean, this man's been Deputy Prime Minister. He has fought in the national interest. Give him a bit of space to make his own decision in his own time. I am not speculating about it. And frankly, I think it's a bit, I don't know.
Well, whether
it's a bit bad taste. No, it's not. No, fair enough.
You're down to 8 seats. Andrew, let me ask the question. I'm not asking about Mr. Clegg now. I'm going to ask you another question since you didn't ask that one.
Well, I think I did answer it. I answered it pretty clearly, by the way. Give him the space to make his own decision. Is that not an answer? I think it is.
It would seem to me it's pretty clear he's going, but time will tell.
Let him
8
say it,
seats.
if that's what the case is. And by the way,
I want to ask a question. It's going to take a generation to rebuild this party, isn't it?
Let me just, well, by the way, I'll come back to that in a second. Let me just address this. If it is the case that Mr. Clegg goes, then I would like people to reflect on the fact that the man who put the national interest first, and is, in my view, the decentest man in British politics, has now paid the price for that.
Okay.
I don't know if that's his decision.
You're paying great tribute to Mr. Clegg, and if that's understandable, that's great. Okay. But we're running out of time, and I just wanted to answer the question. It will take a generation to rebuild this party.
Do you know, Andrew, you forget, and you know, I remember this, I am the only British political party leader.
I know the asterisks were going to
Yes, exactly. And in 1989, when I came, you said exactly the same. By 1992, we were back, and by 1997, we doubled our seats. No, it won't. This country now needs liberal values more than ever before. It'll be unsafe without them, and our nation is the poorer without that. So I am very confident that if this government does what I think it will do, widen the divisions of our country, and I hope it won't, but I think there's good reason to believe it will, because it's now got a right wing of 60 that will drive the country, the government, just as Mr. Major was driven, then those values will be needed, and we will be back representing them. You may be sure of that.
Well, you're nothing if not resilient this morning.
That's what liberals have to be if we're going to survive, and we will do so, and we will be back. And I promise you that this country's decent values will depend on us, and we will be back to fight.
And I'm going to get you a bigger hat. Hugh, back to you in Elstree.
Andrew, thanks very much.